video, we're going to be learning on how to scramble a Megaminx, a Square One, Pyraminx, and a Cube. Let's get right on. So let's start off with the Megaminx. So in a Megaminx scramble, you will notice there are U moves, the classic U or U prime moves, and you have R++, R-, or the D++ and D-, moves. So basically what those are, they're wide moves. So for scrambling a Megaminx, you hold these three pieces with your index and thumb at all times. So you hold these three pieces and you rotate the rest of the Megaminx according to the scramble. So now that we've held these three pieces, let's see what an R++ move would look like. That would basically just be the R move, like on a 3x3. You would do an R move in the clockwise direction. So for Megaminx, R++ would be rotating the whole Megaminx clockwise. So since it's R++, so this would be R+, and since it's R++, you rotate it twice. So we have R++. And R-, would be the same but in the opposite direction. So that would be in the anti-clockwise direction, and R-, would be something like this. Coming to the D moves, we have D in the clockwise direction. So the whole Megaminx, you move it towards the D layer clockwise. So D++, and D-, would be the same anti-clockwise. So let's go over those. So we have R++, R-, D++, D-, U prime. And the only thing to keep in mind is hold these three pieces at all times. So now that we know the notations, let's actually follow along with the scramble. So for Megaminx, similar to a 3x3, you would keep, or any other n-by-n event, you would keep white on top and dark green in front. Following that, we have R++, D++, R-, D-, R-, D++, D++, R-, D++, D++, U prime, R-, D-, R++, D++, R-, D++, D-, R-, D++, D++, U prime, R++, D++, R-, D-, R++, D-, R++, D++, U, R++, D-, R++, D++, R++, D-, D-, R++, D++, U, R++, D++, R-, D++, D++, R-, D++, D++, U, R++, D++, R-, D++, D++, U, R++, D++, R-, D++, D++, U prime, R-, D-, R-, D++, R++, D++, R-, D++, D++, U, R++, D++, R-, D++, D++, U prime, R-, D++, U prime. So now that we're done scrambling, let's check if we have scrambled it correctly. So since we're rotating the whole Megaminx, we also need to check the centers. So in an n-by-n event you won't, but since Megaminx is such a unique event, you also need to check the centers. So usually I just end up checking the top face and the front face. So for the top face we have orange center, green, white, yellow, dark blue, light green, grey, pink, grey, cream, white, dark blue, pink, red, dark green, red, purple, dark green, blue, light blue, white, dark green, light green, grey, and orange. So that's correct. And let's check. Here we have grey, dark green, light blue, orange, dark green, light green, yellow, white, yellow, cream, light blue, dark green, red, white, orange, yellow, purple, dark blue, red. So that means that we've scrambled the Megaminx correctly. Moving on to the Pyraminx. So scrambling a Pyraminx is also very easy, and it's actually quite simple to the n-by-n events. In fact, there's just one extra type of move from the n-by-n events. So in a Pyraminx, you have two types of notations. You either have the same R, L, etc. In capital letters like you would have in an n-by-n event scramble, and you also have the same moves in smaller letters. Not exactly the same moves, but the certain moves R, U, L, etc. in smaller letters. So let's see what the notations would be. So a normal R would be this, like in a 3x3, so just right side clockwise, and R prime would be this, right side anti-clockwise. L would be left side clockwise, L prime would be left side anti-clockwise, U would be upper face clockwise, U prime would be upper face anti-clockwise, and B would be back clockwise, and B prime back anti-clockwise, right? Now if you you also have small letters. Now what small letters are? Those are for scrambling the tips. So if you see a small U, that would mean scrambling the tip. So suppose you have U, small u would be that, small u prime, small r prime, small l prime, small b prime. So that's the only variation while scrambling a pyraminx. So the orientation for scrambling is green front, yellow bottom. Now that we've held it that way, let's start. So we have B, L, B prime, U prime, R prime, B prime, U, L, R, L prime, U prime. Now we have small letters. So we have U and small l. So now let's check if we scrambled correctly. So we have green here, blue, red, green, yellow. So that's correct. And let's check the bottom face. We have yellow, red, green, red, blue. So that means that we've scrambled the pyraminx correctly. On to Scube. So the movements of a Scube are quite different from those of standard n/n events, even though it does look like a cube. Now if you know how to solve a Scube, it would be much simpler to scramble one as well. However, if you don't, let's see how you scramble. So essentially in a Scube, you keep this corner here always. So you can keep in mind that you always keep this corner here, this white, red and green corner, and you turn the center surrounding that. So for example, an R move would be the center towards the right of this corner, that too in the clockwise direction. So if R prime, that would be anti-clockwise, but since it's R, that would be this, and R prime would be something like this, and L would be this, so to the left of this corner, so that would be this, so left, L prime. Now U would be the top face, so that will be U or U prime. And finally we have back moves. They can be kind of confusing at first, but they're actually pretty simple. So back moves, you would basically hold this center here and move it like that. So we have B and B prime. So let's go over them again. We have R prime, L prime, U prime, B prime. So those are your notations. And just one simple thing to remember is keep this corner here at always. Just don't move this corner. Great. So now that we know the notations, let's scramble. So your orientation is just like an n/n event. You would keep white top, green front. So let's scramble. We have U, R, L prime, U, L prime, R prime, L prime, U prime, R prime, L prime, U prime. So now let's check. So we have white, yellow center, orange, blue. We have green, yellow, and the bottom face we have blue, white, red, yellow, orange. So that means that we've scrambled this cube correctly. Let's move on to the final event for this video. We have square one. So scrambling a square one can be very easy or hard depending on whether or not you know how to solve it. If you know how to solve it, it can be very, very simple. However, if you don't, let's see how you can actually scramble a square one. So for square one, each of the pieces has a certain value to it. And how you scramble it is by bringing that value towards the slice area. This is the slice area, and you slice. So after you bring that value to the slice area, you slice. So an edge has the value 1, while a corner is equal to 2. So how I like to remember is, since you have one line moving over, that will be 1. But if you had a corner, you would have 2 lines moving over. So you have line 1 and line 2. So that would be 2. So this would be 1 while this is 0. So, and this 1 line, 2 lines. That would be 2. So an edge is worth 1 while a corner is worth 2. So let's see the different numbers. So we have 1 and then you slice, or you have 1, 2. So that will be 1 plus corner is equal to 2. So that will be 3. And then slice or not. And 3, so this will be 4. Since after 3 you have one more value, so 4. And this would be 6. And you end at 6. There's no higher numbers in square 1 other than 6. Since if you do this, so if you count again, you'll land up at 6 again at the back. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the highest value is 6. So in a square 1, you also have certain brackets, and in those brackets you will have 2 numbers. So you'll have one number, a comma, followed by a second number. So the first number is for the top layer, and the second number is for the bottom layer. So if you had, for example, 3, 5, that would be 3 on the top layer. So we'll do in the clockwise direction. So we'll do 1, 3. That's 3. And 5 in the bottom layer. So that would be 5 clockwise. So we have 1, 2, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 5. Alright, since the corner is 2, so 5. And you slice. Now there are also negative numbers. So what negative numbers are basically in the anti-clockwise direction. So if you had a -3 and a -5, you do a -3 on the top layer. So 1, 2, 3. That's 3. And a -5 on the bottom layer. So that will be 1, 3, 4. Sorry. Let's take -4. I'm sorry, -5 isn't possible. So we have 1, 3, 4. And slice. Or not slice, depending on if you have a slash or not. Now this may seem confusing right now, but as we scramble it together, it'll feel much simpler. So now that we know the notations, let's scramble together. So the orientation for this square 1 is you keep the yellow or black on top. So if you have a yellow square 1, you with the yellow side, you would keep yellow on top. If you have a black one like mine, you'll keep black on top. And for front, you have your darker slice color. So on the square 1, you have 2 slice colors. So we have red and orange. And since red is clearly the darker one, we keep red in front. So we have yellow on top or black on top and red in front. Now that we know that, let's scramble together. So firstly, we have 0 on top and 2 at the bottom. So that will be 1, 2. You move 2 and you slice. Then we have -3 top and 3 on bottom. So -3, so that's 2, 3 and 3 at the bottom. Slice. Then we have +3 on the top. 1, 3. Slice. And -3. 1, 2, 3. Slice. And -2 and -5 at the bottom. So 2, 3, 5. Slice. And 3 and -4. 1, 3, 4. And then we have so now you've seen that has shape, the square 1 has shape shifted. So then we have +3 at the top. So 1, 3. Slice. And -4, 2, 3, 4. Slice. And +1. Slice. -4, 1, 3, 4. Slice. -2. Slice. 6, 1, 3, 5, 6. 5, 6. Slice. -5, 2, 4, 5. Slice. And -1. And we have no slice at the end. So if you have a slash in the end, make sure to check for a slice at the end. A slash at the end. So if you have a slash at the end, only then slice. So now it's important to check the top shape and the bottom shape, as well as the side colors. So on the top we have yellow, 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 white, yellow, and a bunch of whites here, and the shape is correct. Flipping it over, we have black, yellow, black, yellow, white, yellow, white, white. And the shape is correct here as well. Now let's quickly check the pieces. We have green, red, orange, red, blue. So that's correct. And green, blue, blue. So now we know that we've scrambled the square one correctly. And that's how you scramble a square one. That is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and share. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments and we will make sure to answer them. So that's all for today. Cheers!